Assalamu alaikum, my dear brothers and sisters. Inshallah, shortly we'll be listening to the remaining portion of Surah Al-Kahf. We talked about Surah Al-Kahf last night, and we'll be also listening to Surah Maryam and Surah Taha. Two great surahs. Surah Maryam talks about the correct perspective about Sayyida Maryam alayhi salam and her son Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam. But if you analyze the surah deeply, now looking at Surah Maryam, the opening verses talk about Sayyidina Zakaria and his son Yahya. Zakaria and Yahya. Now, after some verses, after the opening verses, then another theme picks up. Sayyida Maryam alayhi salam and her son Isa alayhi salam. And then after that, there is another encounter. Sayyidina Ibrahim first with his father, and then with his children. So three stories that represent three families. Okay? And the breakdown of a family here means parents and children, parents and children, parents and children. Yeah, the first one, father and son, mother and son, father and children. That's the makeup of Surah Maryam. Now, what is the message? What is the message? If you look, the father or the mother is very concerned to pass on deen, to pass on faith, religion to the next generation. Okay? So deen, faith, is such a crucial, important factor in the process of upbringing our children. That, of course, we all, parents, we all want to give the best education to our children. We want to make sure that they are financially secure. They are much better than us. But Allah tells us in this story, in these stories, that as we care to give the best education and the best financial security to our children, it is even more important and more crucial to pass on deen, to pass on faith to the next generation. Powerful message. And this is each Sayyidina Zakaria is instructed Sayyidina Yahya, Ya Yahya, khudh al-kitaba biquwwa. Khudh al-kitaba biquwwa. Biquwwa means with the strength. Take religion seriously. That's the meaning. Take your faith seriously. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, we know a lot about Sayyidina Ibrahim. But when he was about to die, Allah tells us a beautiful scene. When he was about to die, he gathered all children around him and told them, Ya bani, O my children, listen up. Inna Allah astafa lakum ad-din, fala tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Allah has honored you and made you faithful, made you believers. Make sure that you don't die except as Muslims. So he also told them to take faith seriously. It is a message for us, my dear brothers and sisters, today, that faith is an important to your children. That's the message of Surah Maryam. Now, the message of Surah Taha. It's again another beautiful surah of the Quran. All the Quran is so beautiful. Now, you will hear, those of you who are going to stick around after 8, the word dhikr a lot in this surah, 28 times. And you will hear the word nisyan 14 times. Nisyan means to forget. And we are being introduced to the story of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. He was in Jannah. Allah has given him this pledge not to eat from the forbidden tree. In this surah, Allah reminds us, وَلَقَدْ عَهِدْنَا إِلَىٰ آدَمَ مِنْ قَبْلُ فَنَسِيَا وَلَمْ نَجِدْ لَهُ عَزْمًا. We give this command to Adam not to eat from the forbidden tree, but he nasiya. Nasiya means forgot. He forgot. He forgot. This is Adam. And we are the children of Adam. You need to be reminded. You need to be reminded. That's why Allah mentions the word reminder 28 times in this surah. Because we are constantly needs reminding. طه ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى إلا تذكرة لمن يخشى. The Quran was revealed to not to make us miserable. ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى. Not to make your life miserable, except as a gentle reminder. The Quran is a reminder. The prophets and messengers are reminders, warners. The signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has spread all around us are reminders. Even musibat, difficulties and hardships and tests, sometimes they are also a wake-up call for us. If you are sick, it's a wake-up call. If you lost one of your family members, it is a wake-up call. If your child is not behaving properly, it's a wake-up call for us. If we're not doing reminder about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, Allah tells us that be careful of someone who will keep you in the forgetfulness side. Who is this being? Shaitan, Satan. So Allah is telling us to be careful. Shaitan, he disturbs or interrupts the signal between us and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to be careful about the temptations of the shaitan. Again, how to be careful about the temptations of the shaitan? Seek refuge with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Immediately when you say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, he's being driven away from you. Always remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who can drive Satan away. Don't depend on your weakness. We are weak, so we have to rely on a supreme power, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to drive the temptations of the shaitan away. Again, what's the message? The message is, but this is not the problem. The problem is that we keep on in the process of forgetfulness, that we neglect Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What is the cure? Is to always be reminded about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Take each and everything in this universe as a reminder to remind you about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alaikum.